Hello and welcome. My name is Paula. It's also Digital Granny. If you are new to me, welcome. Make sure that you take a second and drop in your name and where you're watching from and that you're a newbie so that I can welcome you. Today, we are actually going to talk about how to start a successful side hustle. I am going to walk you through what I do. I've been doing this for almost a year. Next month will be my year. I cannot believe it's been a year. It has been awesome. 11 months I've been doing this, but making money online for 9 months. And I will walk you through step by step how to do this. I'm going to take you behind the scenes, which is something that I cannot do on other platforms. I'm on this platform and another platform. So I will walk you through this today. Okay. Before we get started, this is what is called an income disclaimer. I always show this because we're not guaranteeing anything. We can't promise anything. This comes down to it's based on your own work ethic and your dedication and consistency. So there's no guarantee. I will go over my own testimonials as well as some other people's testimonials and share those. I love that. So let's just jump right into this, okay? If you have questions, you can always ask me questions at Granny's Getting Paid. So that is my automated system. I direct everybody to my automated system. Why do I do that? Because that way I can keep my conversations ordered and organized. And then that way it is a safe method to actually communicate back and forth, right? So that's why I direct everybody there. And I would suggest that you do the same thing. And don't go in DMs. We don't chase people in this. I don't chase people. I don't slide into DMs. I do not pick up a phone and call. And this is a note. We don't chase people. We just don't do that. So what do? We use a method called attraction marketing. And we create content and we post and we share that content. Then what happens is people that are interested, they'll actually ask you. They'll come to you and ask you for, hey, what is this that you're doing? And which leads me to my story. Now I do these videos about a half an hour long. I try to keep them within that half-hour period. You can join me anytime, day of the week, Monday, Tuesday. Well, you can see all the replays, but I go live and I would encourage you to join me live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here. My story. If you've never heard my story, I like to share my story. November 2022, suffered a mini stroke. My husband never showed up. There was no text. There was no calls. It was crickets. You may be wondering why. And the answer is because he was away on a work trip and those work trips were not work trips. So I'll let you fill in the blanks on that. But that is what started the work from home struggle. It was a struggle. And I was trying to find something that I could do from home as a homeschooling mom. I have 5 kiddos, 3 homeschoolers, 2 adults, and I needed a solution. I needed a way to work from home, make money online, and be present with them. In this day and age, we do so many things differently. And when you stop and you think about where we were to where we're going, it is digital. If you're not making an income online, you're missing out. And I love that what I do is online. There's no shipping in a day and age of, we want instant stuff, right? There's no shipping. There's no postage. There's no packaging. There's none of that stuff that really is hard to start a business. This is actually a business. Some people do this as a side hustle. Some people start it as a side hustle and actually it overtakes their 9-to-5 and they're able to quit. So I like to share this story. There is a single mom in here. She actually was doing a full-time job and a part-time job, 18 plus hours a week. She was, because of this program, able to quit both of those in 10 and a half weeks, which is crazy to me. And I love it. I mean, this has been my bread and butter for 9 months. Well, I've been doing this for 11, but I made mistakes in the beginning. Anyways, okay. So when I suffered that mini stroke and he never showed up, Um, that's what left a family of 5 of us struggling. 4 kids were in the house at the time, plus me. And I had been praying, asking God, please give me something to do, show me, and I started doing the dash. We were doing the dash, but we were still struggling. And then after doing the dash, well, what ended the dash was I lost my tranny on my truck went, my beloved black Suburban. I lost the tranny on my truck. It was an older Suburban. And that went, and I lost my job and my truck in the same day. So when I was scrolling, looking for a laugh, right? I was scrolling on TT and looking for a laugh, and I saw this girl, and she was talking about God, homeschooling, and making boatloads of money. Well, as soon as she said making boatloads of money, I went like this, bye. I am the skeptic. I was the one that she's not talking to me making boatloads of money. So I passed by. Thank God, 2 days later, she actually popped back up on my feed. And this time I had lost the truck and the job. So I listened and I asked questions. And I can say this, I started this. I talked to her on a Friday. I started on a Monday. I love what I do, and I'm here to share it with you. So that is my story. I was struggling, stuck, and stranded. And now I'm building a successful online business, and I followed a blueprint. I followed a step-by-step blueprint or process to actually work from home from my phone. So we call it some of us are looking for side hustles. Some of us are looking for ways to make money online. And this is by far the simplest, the easiest thing to start. And it is so beginner friendly that anybody from 18 to 80 can do this. I love this. You can do this, and I can help you. Okay. So let's get into what is this exactly? What are we doing? You're working 2 hours a day. If you can dedicate 2 hours, I have 2 questions for you right now. If you are in a rush and you can't watch this all, just go to Granny's. You'll get all the information from Granny's. Okay, right there, right here. And it is based on a 2-hour workday. So you create content, create 3 pieces of content, and you post that on your favorite platform. I don't know what your platform favorite is. This happens to be mine because I can do some cool, pretty things like this. Now, anybody can do this as well. I teach you how to actually create videos on YouTube inside of my private paid community. That is different from the main community. You get access to 52,000 members in the main community. Because of this program, I learned how to make my own community, and now I can actually help you in a different way than some other people in my position, as a member of the 52,000. Not everybody does what I do. I love YouTube, so I create YouTube videos, and I can teach you how to do that. It is different than on other platforms. It is a different platform. But you can take your shorts and you can take videos from other places and bring them in and use those as well. But I teach you how to do a lot of stuff in my private community. This is kind of like a bonus to you. So this is the framework for your 2-hour workday. What is that? Create 3 pieces of content, and then you're going to learn how to create that content. We promote digital programs online. That's what you're promoting. It is in the e-learning industry. So these programs are educational. They give you skills, high income earning skills to actually create an income online. Teaches you how to make a business, how to do this. You have the programs. You're going to turn around and promote the programs with what is called a master resale license, or not license, rights. You have master resale rights, which means you can turn around and resell educational programs. This is awesome. So not only are you reselling the program, which is live and interactive, okay, it's not like a one-time no. This is ongoing. Every day you get soaked into, and I say that as in you get a video to watch that's going to help you build that business. That's going to help you learn how to do this better every single day. So my nose is itchy. You'll learn how to do this half-hour posting free ads. If you have ever done a classified ad, that's basically what it is. You're going to take that ad. You're going to go to our 200 high traffic websites, choose some of those websites, and then you're going to post your little ad there. Okay. It's something I don't do anymore, but that's how I started too. We can change what we do later, but this is your framework to start. Okay. Because I didn't do videos like this on YouTube until probably the last 3, maybe 2 months, maybe 2. This is an evolving business. This is something you can actually grow long term, have something long term. And that's my goal. I want to leave a legacy for my children and my children's children. And that is why this is called, we have a program that I promote called Legacy. The last half hour in your 2 hours that you're going to learn to master is responding to comments. Okay. So when you create these content pieces, a video, a photo, some text, you create the content, you post the content, people who are interested are going to go on there and they're going to actually ask you, what is this? How do I do this? And then you direct them right back to your automated system, because that is what's doing the heavy lifting. This right here is the thing that is doing the selling and the sharing and the telling of what this all is. I get on here though, and I do a walkthrough beginning to end. So, but if somebody is just watching a short video, then they're going to get all the details down below. If they take the time to walk through this with me, then you're getting the whole big picture too. Okay. Now that's the 2-hour workday. You can screenshot that if you like. All right. And I'm going to hide that now. These are some of the features that I love. I go through this. Like I said, it could be a side hustle for you. I don't know what your goals are. I promote 4 programs, 100, 300, 600, and 9. Let me show those first. So Legacy 2.0 is 900. Digital Mastery is 6. Daily Pay Blueprint is 3. Launchpad is 1. I don't promote the 1 because I don't want you to have a website that's built for you. You pay $39 and that's the website fee. Now, I don't want you to have a website done for you and it has 1 program, because I really feel like you're not offering your people anything. And I don't want that. That's why I don't suggest it. That's my thought process. Can you purchase that one? Absolutely. Do I suggest it? No. There's no monthly fees. This was a mama of 6 thinking of other moms. Okay. She's a mama of 6, grandmama to 5. And she was thinking of moms, and she made this promise to us that she would never change the profit, the 100%. So when I get a customer on any of those, 100% comes to me. That means 100% goes to you. This is a one-time, where am I? This is a one-time website fee. So that's how the company actually makes money, is the one-time website fee. There is no monthly fees. You choose a program. And I should drop in there that the most affordable plan option that I've seen for the Legacy 2.0 is $55, and that is with KLARNA. But you would see that when you go to my automated system, you could go through and check what's available to you in whatever country you are in. So in the US, there are plans available. Outside of the US, there might be for your country. I'm not sure. Go look. Just reach out to me if you have questions. Okay. Now, you can, I didn't plan on going through this right now, but we will. 3 things I always talk about is, number 1, you can come in on any of these. If you come in on the 9, if you purchase the 9, then you get all 4. If you purchase the 6, then you get 3. If you purchase the 2, you get 2. Remember this, it is a beginner program that teaches you marketing skills. If all you want to do is turn around like a university does and resells their curriculum to the next student and the next student, that's fine. If that's all you want to do, just do that. It is beginner friendly. That's what I did for the first up until January. And then I actually learned in this one that I could make my own community. So I made my own community, and you get access to that. When you purchase a program from me, then you get inside of my private paid community, 1 month free access. And you get pretty good, because my group is very small, you get a lot of attention. Okay. And that's just one of the bonuses. Now, if you wanted to upgrade, 3 things I always talk about. Number 1, You can choose any program you like. I just explained I don't promote the Launchpad. Number 2, you can upgrade. You can go from the launch to, you can go from the 1 to the 6, 3 to the 9, 3 to the 6, whatever you want to do. You'll pay the difference, but you have got to do that within 30 days. So write down on a piece of paper 29 days, or in your head 29 if you wanted to upgrade. You will have to pay that 39 again because they're giving you the other programs, and that's the upgrade. Now, third thing, I'm mastering a 2-hour workday. You're mastering a 2-hour workday right here. If we're both mastering a 2-hour workday, I'm not working more, you're not working less. You did start off lower, right? Let's just say you came in on 3 and I started at the 9. Here's the difference though. I can promote 4 things and you're only able to promote 2. So this is something you should consider before you actually make a purchase. Now, my first customer was Sleepy Money, what I call Sleepy Money, and he purchased the Legacy. I never talked to him. I never texted him. He never reached out. He never asked questions. What did he do? He saw one of my videos, and I believe it was right here. Saw one of my videos, went to my automated system, Granny's Getting Paid, went there, and he was able to get all the information, and then he decided and made the purchase. I was sleeping at 4:30 in the morning. That is the benefit of having an automated system. Like, anybody can have an automated system. I had no idea what that meant. So that's the breakdown of the programs. Okay. These are some of my favorite things. Obviously 100% profit, 1 to 9. I will share this because last week I just got featured. I thought it was really cool, and it is really neat because we had a webinar yesterday, and she used one of my wins as an example. So I got a shout out from the founder, and I was honored because there's so many people in there, but she actually gave me a shout out, which was really cool. And I was grateful and thankful. Why did I get a shout out? So we can share our wins, and I'll show you, but this is important to understand something. Let me quickly go through this stuff too, because I like to keep it under 30 minutes. The 2-hour workday we talked about, we don't cold call. It's not MLM. You don't need a degree and you don't need experience. And I did just mention the automated system. So the reason she gave me a shout out as, did I just hit that? I hope I just hit it. If not, I just lost I hope I didn't hit my mic before. So the reason is because I explained when I used to do the dash and we were hurting. I was a struggling mom. Okay. No joke. Like, the struggle was real. This is what I aimed for when I was doing the dash, so that I could pay my rent. I needed to pay the rent. I didn't have enough. This is not enough for a family of 5 of us, 4 kids in my house at the time and me. And that's the best that I could do. And this was 40 plus hours. Okay. I was a hustler. I am a hustler. Like, I will hustle. I will grind. I will work. So I was doing 40 plus hours. And that was what we could, that was like the goal. We had to hit that. And it was so not so easy. I'll just put it like that. Now, the reason she probably shared it is because in 1 week, and this is the way that I shared it in the group, in our community. I was like, it took me this. I was a struggling mom. Now this was my last week. Hello? Like, wake up here. This is out of the box. Okay. I'm old school. I'm not young. I was brought up to work 40 plus hours a week. I was doing 40 plus hours, and I was a struggling mom, like crying myself to sleep, frustrated, didn't know what to do, didn't have an answer. I needed an answer, and I prayed and prayed and prayed, and I felt like it was falling on deaf ears. That's just so. When I heard about this, I was the skeptic. I was like, yeah, there's no way. But things have changed over the years. The way we used to work is not the way we have to work now. People like me have an opportunity to actually change our lives because of things that have now, there's so many different ways you can make money. And if you learn how to do this, this is the most beginner friendly way to actually make money. And I am so excited to share that that was my last week. Nobody could have ever told me. I could have never thought, I could have never dreamed, I could have never imagined that this is possible. And I get to share it. I get to say it is possible. Do you know I'm a nobody. I'm now a nobody special. I'm just a mom next door trying to survive, trying to take care of my kids, homeschooling my kids. This is for customers. Okay, for customers. When I share with you and I tell you that that number one selling program is the 9, which is the legacy, I had 9 times 4. It was 36 last week. And that is why, and I shared a little bit of my story. I shared a little bit of my story on the post that I shared in the community. And I'm going to take you in the community. We got 10 minutes left. I'm going to take you in the community. I'm going to show you. But that's probably why the founder of the program, I'm just grateful that she shared my story because I thought it was awesome. It is a blessing to see somebody just like me who was dashing, struggling, trying to survive, to have a week like that. Do you know what that does for you and your family? Do you know what that does for a single mom, like a single income mom? This changes things. Now, is this every week? No. I've been doing this for 11 months. Next month is my year. But I am building a business and learning skills. I created a community only in January. I learned about affiliate marketing. I added that in to my videos right here. So I learned that I could do affiliate marketing the smart way by taking 2 of my affiliates. I'm an affiliate for 2 different things that I support, that I believe in, and they're on every single video that I upload. It's automatic. I put it there, it uploads there. That is truly passive income. So I never touch those affiliates. They're there making me money. So you learn how to do this, learn how to make money. And I'm here to help you. I'm here. I made a community so you have somewhere to go. It's also for other people, but I wanted my people, like the people that purchase from me, to have access to me. So I do give you a month access to me. And because it's small, you get like a lot of good amount of time, and you can ask me questions, and I'm accessible, and I'm there to help you. I want you to succeed. I want you to see what is possible, because there's nothing like this out there. Show me something that gives a mama who has no degree, no experience, a way to actually make real, legit money, like with a business. This is mine. Nobody can take it from me. The skills I've learned, nobody can take from me. Let me show you here's the deep dive, okay? So that you can see more, because I like to show more. So what happens when you go to this is my landing page. So here's a little bit of a learning thing. So this is called a landing page, or some people call it a capture page. And I would highly suggest in my community, like in the main community, they give you this. Okay, you're given this. You're given a website made for you. This is called a landing page or a capture page. They are generic. I made this one mine, and I highly suggest that if you start this, that you take advantage of my free access to my community and you make your own personal, just drop your picture in. But I'm going to actually create that video to walk people through how to do it. It gives you an edge. I'm here to help you, to give you an edge over the next person. I mean, we don't really need the edge, but listen, this right here made a difference for me. And I wish I would have done this in the beginning. I didn't understand. And it's not right. I shouldn't even say it's an edge against the next person. It benefits you and your customers. If I sent you to a generic page which is what it was before, it didn't have my picture, you would be like, well, what is this? Now it's personalized. Now you see me. Now you see my granny. Now you see my son. Okay, so it's personal. So it is a one up on the next person, because are you going to go with a generic page, or are you going to go with somebody who has their thing personalized? I mean, it's just better. So I walk you through how to do that in my community, and I would highly suggest you do that. Another thing, so when you put your details in there, this is what happens. This is the founder, okay? She goes through and explains a lot of stuff, okay? And then if you're ready, you just click on the pink button. This is my website. This is where you see the website. So all kinds of information. Again, you can become a certified reseller. You do not need that to start selling. You don't. We didn't have it. It's a new thing. I am a certified reseller. There are testimonials. You can go through these. This is global. Anybody can do this from anywhere in the world. Take your time if you want to. You're going to see me. This is something you will drop in your own picture. It's a step-by-step. You don't have to worry about it. There is tech. If you need tech help, there is help. This is not something where you're left by yourself. You can go through that at your own speed. Okay. And then there's the programs. Okay. Now, when you go there and you open this up, there is an option, and you will see that one of the best options for that program is $55 a month. You'll see it. It's KLARNA. You'll see that. If you don't want to start with the legacy, you could choose any one of these. Like I said in the beginning, I don't promote the one. I don't want you to have a website that has one thing on it. I think that's silly. That's my personal opinion. Now, plans are available everywhere in the US. Outside of the US, it says certain, so I don't know who that applies to. But if you have questions, I'm here. Now, this is the community. Oh, let me show you the products first. So these are, I did click on that. Okay, so these are, I purchased the legacy. So I have the legacy program 2.0. There are bonuses in here, and everybody gets the bonuses. I think, yeah, everybody gets the bonuses. So digital product ideas, these things you can go through. There is faceless. Faceless works. Now, I always like to mention this. Can you do faceless? You can do faceless. You can actually start out faceless and then change your mind and go do like I do. Faceless works. I think it's harder. I think it's harder to connect with people. Now, if you're showing your hands or showing your feet or saying your voice or something, I mean, I've not done it. Does it work? Yes, it works. Would I suggest it? I mean, I'd just tell you, just how bad do you want change in your life? Bad enough where you're going to step out of your comfort zone, do something a little different. Step out of your comfort zone, do it a little different. If it means that you could have the possibility of changing your life, like this is just an example, okay? That's just an example. We actually have a goal of 10K a month because that's only 12 customers. There are people that double that. So it's just, and faceless, yeah, you can. There's a Canva crash course. But this is what it looks like when you get into the program. Excuse my Christmas clock. Okay, so this is what you get inside. I am a licensed reseller. You can do that if you want to. And that's just what it looks like. This is the community. Now, inside the community, you'll see, let me blow this up a little bit so you can see better. Okay. So there's 52,000 people in here, okay? And at the top here, you'll see community, classroom, calendar, a map. This is always cool. I just like to show it. Look at how many people, 52,000 people all over the world, all over. Like, look at on little dots. I just think it's cool. I love it. I think it's cool. I told you there's help. This month, it looks a little different. I don't know if somebody went on a holiday or what the deal was or if they changed it. But there's different mentoring. You got to get in and look at the calendar. There's the free webinar was yesterday. And there's usually a free one every week, and you can actually invite your potential customers to that, which is a really good thing. Storytelling special. She is a six-figure income earner from South Africa. So the people that do the mentoring are six-figure income earners. Now, the founder does this one herself. So I never miss this one. I love being in that one. The other ones, I kind of go in if I'm not busy. I'm really dedicated to the legacy one. That's by the founder, like I said. But you can pick what you want to go into. You do need to get in, though. It is important. Now, across here, you can actually see all kinds of different things. But let's go into the wins, okay? And here's some of the wins. And you can see the win videos where I showed you on here on my website, the actual website. You can click on those. But these are ones that people post. And I'm going to tell you this right now, because this is something I just learned. And I like to share what I learned so that you don't have to go through what I went through. I'm glad I did this. I'm glad I shared my first win. I would suggest to you that when you get your first win, you go in the community. I would tell you to go in mine too, okay? Go in my community. This is my community, okay? This is mine, and it's small. I told you it's small, but you get in here, and I actually do a call every single week, okay? I will mentor you every single week. Now, I have other things because it's really for small businesses, but I do a lot of stuff inside of here. So you could share your win in here. Why is it in wins? I just made a boo-boo on my own. It shouldn't be in wins. But these are some of the wins in my community, which is different than the main. So let's go back to the main and let's look at the wins. 900 while walking the dog, and 9 came in. This is from a complete stranger off of TT. She followed me and came into my live once that I know of. Never DM'd me or asked questions. She just bought. This is what I'm talking about. When I got my very first sale, so this is a really good example. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to screenshot that to share that today. Because that is, did I save it? I'll have to do it after. Okay. Because this is one of the things that automated system I was sharing about in the beginning, your landing page, I used to call it a website. It is a website. When you go to Granny's Getting Paid, but it is the landing page. So when somebody goes there, they can actually just buy without talking to you, without reaching out. We're not chasing people. We're not sliding into DMs. And this is a good example. I like to share other people's experiences and views too, because it's not just me. Like I got my first at 4:30 in the morning when I was sleeping. She's out walking a dog, and that wasn't her first sale. No, it wasn't. But it's really cool to share that. 18 and 24 hours. That's awesome. That's only 2 sales of that number 1 selling program, which is the 9. That's only 2 of that. So just so that you can see, we want to share. And that's why I love this platform, because I can go in and I can share everything. You can ask me questions. If you are new, let me know that you're new by dropping in the comments. If you watch this later, drop a replay and let me know if you are new. And give me a couple thumbs up, a couple hearts or something, because people need to know that they can choose to do this or not choose to do this. There's 5 billion people on social media. If you are hearing this, if you are seeing this, you're blessed. Why do I say that? Because not everybody's going to hear it. I am blessed because I not only heard it, but I chose to go forward and do it. And it has literally saved us, like literally saved us. So there is nothing out there that has the flexibility and the freedom like this does, where I can fit this into my life. You fit this in. If you are already doing the 40 plus grind, if I was still doing the dash, now I'm a skeptic. So I don't know if I would have ever started had it not been for the truck and the training going, but it would be the perfect thing to do to fit into a 40-hour grind so that you could get out of the 40-hour grind. like that girl that I was talking about in the beginning, who was working a full-time and a part-time as a single mom, 18 hours a day. She was tired. She was exhausted. I can't even imagine. And she was able to quit both in 10 and a half weeks. They got their first sale, 900, sitting at their part-time job. Dorian, awesome. 900 after they got so on TT, it's probably on TT. Um, because sometimes doing stuff on TT is not, it's just one of those things. You know what? This works on any platform, but TT is, and I love, my first choice is this one, but I am on TT, and sometimes you can get in trouble for the silliest thing. That's why this platform, you can actually go deep, and on the other one is kind of just surface level. So, but I do some extra tips in my community for people that are on TT. First May sale, 9. Yay, a 9 while walking. So here's another example. Made a 9 sale yesterday while walking to my car after my 9 to 5. God is good. That's after their 9 to 5. See, you got to start somewhere. If you don't start, then you can't get anywhere, right? You got to actually take a step and start. So I'm so proud of the people that actually just go and step out and do something, because I know it's scary and you don't know if it's real and you don't know if it's legit. And there's so many things out there and you got to figure out what's real. Listen, I was doing the work from home search and I was so frustrated. I got my phone one time. I got my phone and my son was like, and I said to my son, "Oh, I got a text about a job." And I was so excited. And then it said I had to go somewhere. And I go, "Hey, why does it say I have to go to this other platform?" He's like, "Don't touch it. It's a scam. Don't touch it." And I was like, "Oh, man." So I didn't touch it. But from that point on, every time I would apply for something, I would say, "Do not text." And then I would get texts. And I'm like, man, who has your information? That's the other thing you got to think about. When you're looking for these things, who has your info? Like, it's ridiculous. It really is. 18 that week for that person, Michael. That's 2 of the 9s. Now, we like to actually see, I said on this one, yes, there's an 81-year-old, and I don't know if we're going to see it today, but he got his first sale, 81 years old, $900. And he got his first sale. So this guy is 65, retired, 3,040 in 40 days. Isn't that crazy? So let's see. I don't know if the 81-year-old guy, I don't know where that was. And you could go through all these. There's mine. I'm a fan of Johnny Depp. Okay, I'll share this and then I'm going to get off because I'm past my time. But this is what got shared in the webinar yesterday. And of course, I'm a fan of Johnny Depp. So, as a prior dasher, we brought in 18 for the month, and that was working 40 plus hours a week. I know it isn't much. That's why my kids and I were struggling. Just wanted to share it last week. It was a record-breaking week, and you could see. So this is what I would tell you to do. When you get that first sale, make sure you go into my community. If you're still in my community, if you hit that first sale within the first month, then go and share it. If you hit that and you go into the main community, share your very first one. Share your first one and then periodically do like I do and periodically share your wins, because I can go in here now, screenshot this and share this in my content. And we are allowed to share. People have been sharing my content lately too. And somebody said to me, "How come you don't share more of your wins?" And I was like, "Hey, that's a good point." I don't know why I didn't. I would always share everybody else's. And then somebody said to me, "Why don't you share yours? All like more of yours, more of yours." And I was like, well, I kind of, and then I was like, yeah, okay. So I did. I started. You could go through this. This guy, 900 sales in 7 days, 2 hours a day. And so he's just sharing that it's all here. You can take your time to look through this. There's 117 six-figure income earners. I think it's in US and Canada. It might be global. I'm not sure. But then we say 18 are in South Africa, 18 millionaires in South African rands. So is it possible to actually start an online business, start a successful side hustle that can replace a 9 to 5, that can give you a way to actually make money online. Yes, this is a beginner step by step. Anybody can do this. You just have to be these two things in order to be successful. You got to be willing to learn and you got to be willing to work. This is not like some get rich thing overnight. Can you make money? Can you make money? Yeah, you can. That's not my total. That's just 1 week. Um, and just know this. It is, I'm here to help you, but it is like a step by step beginner made thing. You don't need a degree. You don't need experience. You need what I think is a blessing, just a willingness to learn and a willingness to work. And I'm here to help you get started. If you have questions, just go to my automated, wherever it is, my automated system right there. And when you go there, I told you what's going to happen. You'll see the video from the founder. Click on the pink button underneath it, takes you to my website, but you will have an email from me. Just go check your promo and your trash and then reply back to it. Say, hey, Paula, I don't understand this. Can you explain? That's why I'm here. I'm going to help you. I will explain and answer all your questions. I hope you have a blessed day. Thank you for joining me. If you see this later, I go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, so that you can see I'm real and I'm here to help you. Okay? God bless. Have a wonderful weekend.